Hi everyone, welcome to Erkys World. First of all, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate your love and support so much. I'm growing and I'm loving it. So if you haven't been here already, my intro is my old intro, but I wanted to travel back in time in the month of February and post videos about before birth and pregnancy and stuff like that. So if you're wondering why Leo's over there and not in my belly, that's why. So if you haven't read the title already, I wanted to talk to you guys about hiring a doula, things to keep in mind about hiring a doula, tips about a doula, just things like that. I know I say top 10, but I probably combined a bunch of them, so it's probably like top 20. Sorry if it's a lot of information. One thing about a doula though, not a lot of people are informed and even know what a doula even is. And I really hope and pray that this doula thing gets spread and known more, because honestly, I myself had a lot of benefits and a lot of things that helped me when I had my doula. So with that being said, there's a secret I'm going to tell you guys. I probably might think about becoming a doula. Yeah, I just fell in love with the support that she gave me, and when I had my natural, no epidural, non-medicated vaginal birth, vaginal birth, sorry, that word just does not want to come out. I wanted to spread it out. That's why I was so excited to post my labor and delivery video for you guys. But yeah, anyways, I'm going off topic and I feel like I'm babbling, so let me just get on with it. So first of all, what is a doula? You can think of a doula as like a birth coach. This is from Doula International, and I just love their description and definition of what a doula is. Doula is a trained professional who provides continuous physical, emotional, and informational support to a mother before, during, and shortly after childbirth to help her achieve the healthiest, most satisfying experience possible. Doesn't that just sound perfect? I couldn't like reword it my own way. I just had to read it straightforward from their website. So doulas are just more knowledgeable and they just want to help you out. That's what they're genuinely there for, and that's what they chose their job or side job to do for you. So that's exactly what you should and would want to get out of them. With the doula, experiments have shown that there has been less C-sections, less vacuum, less forceps, any of those extra shit childbirths out there, which is amazing. And if you're okay with getting an epidural or getting a C-section or getting any type of other delivery than natural birth and vaginal, that's totally fine. But doulas can also help you with that too. They're just there for your emotional support pretty much, and they're just a little bit more knowledgeable. They have certifications and all that, so that's what a doula is. Now, what are the roles of a doula? Technically, long story short, just put it this way, they can do anything for you besides non-medical. For example, like they can't prescribe you drugs, they technically can't deliver your baby, just anything in the doctor or midwife side that they don't have their certifications and credentials and schooling and stuff like that. That's basically what they can't do. But of course they can give you information, they can provide help for you guys, give you lactation support, postpartum, pregnancy, birth tips and stuff like that. That's what they're there for. So my first tip is, it's never too early to find a doula. People like ask doulas like the moment that they find out that they're pregnant, if they're available for their due date. So it's never too early. I luckily found one maybe around 5 months and they were available for my due date. So it's never too early. Tip number 2, get recommendations. I know I just moved out here and I didn't really know anyone, or I didn't really like my doctor. Can I say that? My doctor wasn't for natural birth, so that's why it was a little harder to talk to my doctor. That's one reason why I actually wanted to hire doula, so that she can be there to support and really like be hard on to my doctor that I want natural birth and not to offer me shit. But anyways, so get recommendations from people that you know, friends, family. You can even go on Facebook groups around your community. You can ask your doctor, you can ask hospitals, but usually they'll just refer you to like Doula International or Kappa. I think that's how you spell it. I wrote that down here. Yeah, Kappa. Sorry, I am trying to look for it and I forgot exactly what it stands for. But it's like Childbirth and Postpartum Association or something like that. But I'll put it down in the description box for you guys. Tip number 3, there's a bunch of them kind of combined in tip number 3, but figure out what their services are offered, their fees and pricings, their packages and stuff like that. So for mine, I went with Nurture Me Birth Services because that was the closest and probably the only doula service around me. So they have 3 different packages. They have Lily, Orchard, and Lotus. And Lily's basically the basic one, and then Lotus is the more high-end, more in-depth package. So it comes with 24/7 support, resources and referrals, 1 prenatal visit, birth plan and newborn plan assistance, labor support beginning from in your home or hospital, doula remains with mother immediately postpartum, assistant with baby's first feed, breastfeeding by phone, text or email support 6 months after birth. So and then that's the very basic one, and then the Lotus one has a little bit more like more prenatal and postnatal visits, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, so just look at your package, make sure it's what you want, how much they're charging. This one was $750 for the basic one, and then $950 for the most expensive one. Luckily, I thought that was a good price for all that support that I'm getting. But yeah, just look at your packages, what they offer you, how much it is, and if that's in your price range or your budget. Also, your insurance probably doesn't cover doula services. Obviously, insurances vary. Mine didn't cover it, so anything with my doula I had to pay out of pocket, which I was totally fine. Like I said, I love their service, and it was actually worth it for me to spend that. So yeah. Also keep in mind if hospitals favor doulas or not. I know the hospital that I went to didn't really care about doulas and thought that they were just in the way. There's another hospital that was closer to me that actually kind of knows the drill of the doulas, and they're like, oh yeah, you guys can basically birth the baby if you want. Not literally, but that just shows that they support doulas, and they don't think that they're just in the way or an extra person. So tip number 4, after you looked at what you are getting with the packages, your fees and all that, check if they have availability for your due date. Doulas cannot be there for everyone's birth if everyone's birthing in the month of November. That's just not ideal. It's probably mostly first come first serve, or maybe they favor people who's been with them before. I'm not sure, but just email them and ask them if they're available for your due date. Like I said, people ask for doula's availability the moment they know that they're pregnant. So yeah, just check their availability. Number 5, their credentials and experiences. You can look up on Doula International like the name of the doula and their credentials and stuff like that. This is exactly from Doula too, because I like how they worded this. Their credentials shows that they commit to uphold the organization's code of ethics. So when you have certifications and all that, that pretty much says you're legit and gives you backup piece of paper that they actually went through the training and all that stuff to become a birth doula, and just more of a reason to trust them. Number 6 kind of coincides with number 5. Learn their philosophy. See if they favor natural birth. See if they favor, if they're okay with still supporting you if you get an epidural, if you want a C-section or anything like that. Doulas are not there just for natural birth, even though that's the main reason kind of why they started, to support them for natural birth. But if you express that you want an epidural for sure, they can still help you with that, and they know that that's your wishes. So just make sure that they are aware of that and that they have supported people like that. Just feed off their vibes. So yeah, just really just meet them and figure out if they're someone that you can connect with, pretty much. So number 8 goes in with number 7. Trust your gut. Really feel comfortable with them. Just keep in mind that they're going to be all up in your area during birth, if you want them there, obviously. They're there to support you, so if you feel like you can't ask them questions, that's not the person that you want to have your doula as. Sometimes they come to your home while you're laboring at home, so if you don't feel comfortable with them coming into your home, why would you pick them as your doula? So yeah, pretty much being comfortable with them and making sure you can connect with them would really help when you're picking out your doula. Number 9 kind of coincides with number 8 and number 7, but figure out why you really want a doula. That kind of sets your expectations for what you want to get out of the doula. For me, it was more of support and more knowledge of natural birth than me. So if she couldn't provide that to me and make me learn things that I haven't looked up or learned myself, then she's not the one for me. So yeah, it helps you set your expectations of what you expect out of them. If you don't know why you want a doula, maybe a doula is not for you, and just your doctor and reaching out to your doctor is enough for you, and that's totally fine. Just really figure out why you want a doula, and then yeah, like I said, that'll set your expectations of what you should expect from your doula. And last but certainly not least, probably the most important, number 10, read your contract. Your contract will explain more in detail of everything. I know the main point that they will for sure put in your contract is that they are not liable if complications go on with your birth and it's beyond their means. Something like that, but you just have to understand that they're not a doctor, they're not a nurse, they're a doula, they're emotional support. Now, some are registered nurses, some are like, have worked with doctors before or something, but they're there for your emotional support. Just go back to the description and the definition of a doula. I'm gonna put that in the description box below because that is very important to know and what you should expect from your doula. So make sure you read the contract, make sure you read everything that you expect of them and they expect of you, and sign it. And yeah, so a little bonus for you guys. Make sure that your doula is meeting her expectations and is being there for you and being your emotional support. If you're not comfortable and she's not doing everything that she says she's gonna do and she's not responding to you, I say just cut it off. Don't lag and like drag it on. Just cut it off, find someone else, and your pregnancy should be a wonderful experience. You should not be stressing over a doula that you paid for. Another thing is make sure you go over your birth plan with her. That's one very important thing that I feel like is needed. Then when she's there, when you're laboring and delivering, and you're just so focused on birthing your child that there's some things outside that you want done. Such, for example, I wanted to keep my placenta, but everything happened so quickly, and that was on my birth plan, but we didn't really go in depth and really dissect my birth plan, so unfortunately I didn't keep my placenta. But yeah, that's another thing to keep in mind. Make sure you go over your birth plan. And yeah. So that is really it on my top 10 tips on finding a doula, or things to expect from a doula. If you guys have any questions at all, I had a doula myself. I went with Nurture Me Birth Services. They're pretty much the only doula service out here in the Permian Basin. That was near Midland, Odessa. There was some that was in Lubbock, but that was 2 hours away, and she wouldn't guarantee that she would be here on time. Now, that is such a great point, because like I said, Leah was a month early and unexpected. She would not have made it. By the time I realized I was actually in labor, yeah, she would not have made it. My doula almost not made it. And she was like 10 minutes away. So yeah, so I went with Nurture Me Birth Services. You can find a doula on Doula International. I think it's doula.com. You can honestly just Google doulas around me, or doulas near my area, and it will pop up with a list. I know there's another website that I use, but I'm not sure what it was. I'll link all those websites down below. If you guys have any other questions at all, make sure you put it in the comment section below. I will for sure answer to the best of my ability. Like I said, I'm not a doula, but I might become one, so stay tuned for more information. Yeah, or if there's any other tips that you thought that I missed, put them down in the comment section below. Hopefully other mamas will read it too. I'm gonna go get Leo, pick him up, and feed him because it's time to eat. And if you've been here already, you know the drill. Hopefully you're already subscribed and hit that bell button. But if you haven't, make sure you hit that subscribe button down there. Tap that bell button to be notified every time I post a video. And I'll see you guys next time on Erkys World. Bye. We all want to say bye to you guys. No. That's twice, Leo. You yawned in my video. You're over it? You don't want to be in the video? Alright, bye guys.